yesterday, which was Wednesday, I randomly decided I'm getting my life together. So, of course, I was productive basically all day yesterday. Man, that did wonders to my mind. It like itched a certain part of my brain. I haven't itched since probably high school, or at the very, very most recent, maybe my first couple of years of college. But ever since, man, have I fallen off, but I'm getting back on track. Okay, that's what the point of this video is. Okay, don't devolve back to. Okay, I'm working on it. It's forever a thing. I'm going to have to catch myself, and every time I do catch myself, I'm going to have to redirect myself, correct myself, and live in a new identity. And the thing that's hard is trying to think from the perspective of somebody that has that identity already when you've never had that identity, because you always label yourself as the worst thing. I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense. I'm just speaking out of my ass, but it's such a blessing to even be able to do that. And I'm glad at this point where I finally feel like I woke up and was like, oh fuck. I'm not where I want to be in life. Damn it. And then like being like, oh yeah, like this is fucking serious at this point. Like, and finally taking the steps to overcome that. I mean, it's taken long enough. God. I should not say that. I'm sorry. Lord, I'm sorry. Anyways, I am just glad, better late than never, right? But I'm telling you, I don't know, like lately I've been feeling less doubt. I'm still working on totally abolishing it because it is the absolute worst thing about me, because I have so many hopes and dreams and goals. And especially when I was in high school, man, and at one point in time, I was on track to reaching those things. But then once things fall apart, it was like, I don't know, I just feel like I've just never managed to get myself above water. Like, for example, the bank account. I drained that shit all the way down to my last penny. I'm not even like, I, and it's like if the number is never up anyways. Like I don't, what's a better way to explain it? Like it's just like if it's never above a certain number and if it's always low and you're used to it just being constantly low because you're as soon as you get it you spend it, i.e. me. However, tomorrow I do get paid and I'm telling myself, bitch, do not spend it. It should be at least a couple $100. Better than nothing. I'm thankful for what I could get. Okay, we're changing the perspective, looking more positively. See, I'm actively having to catch myself. This is difficult. Anyways, it's fine. It'll be worth it in the long run, right? But I'm gonna save that money. I have another side gig where I can make money pretty quick from it, so I'm going to try my absolute hardest to tap into that side gig. Okay, and then any money I make from that, that's more understandable to pay you. But hopefully make money, focus on the bills first. I also should make some phone calls this week to certain debt collectors and be like, hey, I'm aware. Let me get on it. Can I give you like $5 right now and you erase like 1,000? I'm kidding. I'm not like most of my stuff isn't crazy like that. Like honestly, what the pathetic thing about my financial situation is I'm low key like not in like too much debt. Like I'm really like, and thank God, right? Thank you, Lord. But the thing is, I've just never cared to like fix it, pay it off, and it's really not that much. Like some people are like 25K in debt or like in the 5 digits of debt, and like I'm straight chilling. I mean, it's definitely more than 1,000, but it's like if I really, really tried, like I could pay it off in the next few months. It's just, anyways, it's the bane of my existence. I'm trying to get over things. I need to suck it up though and do my other side gig. The only thing is, like, with everything going on right now, like, it's the money I feel like isn't as worth it. And so I'd be really hesitant to, but then I have to remind myself, like, girl, if I was in another country, comparatively speaking, depending on what country it is, like if I went to, say, the Philippines, right, I'd be getting paid way less. So I just need to be grateful for my American US dollars that I get that will go way longer in other places, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I really am trying to, like, okay, we gotta fix the finances. This is pathetic. Because it's like, it's so fixable. It's so easy. I just don't do it. But I'm turning a new leaf, right? I'm on the new horizon, if anything, okay? Of AC. And I'm just ready to change. I mean, yeah, again, took long enough, but I need to acknowledge the fact that I started anyways. I could have waited till I was 30, but I have awoken. And I'm going to try to challenge myself to see if I can maybe move somewhere new by, I'm going to give myself till end of September. Because that's actually, when I was in high school, I got a job probably around this time, middle of May. And my ass was moved out to Seattle by September. Granted, I have some other restrictions. For example, I have 3 dogs. Wait, sorry, that was loud, probably. I have 3 dogs. So I had to figure out a living situation that would allow me to have 3 dogs. If I don't move out by then, I hope I have a significant amount more, at least, hopefully. Actually, wait. I'll think about it actually because there's a certain trip I want to take for like 2 months, like later on this year. So I'm like, maybe you could wait on the moving out because, I want to like pay for rent for 2 months that I won't be there for. I don't know. I'll figure out. But I want to definitely save up some money for like a house down payment. I'm so for real about getting a house. I want a house. And I don't know if something in me though is like, no girl, tap in, wake up, get on your shit, get on top of myself. I'm like, because there's certain like social media stuff I know I could do, and I'm like, I just have to do it. That's the only thing. There's one thing I really want to get. Wait, I really gotta like, I really gotta seriously like, I gotta do this. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I feel like I low-key know a lot of ways of how to make money and everything. The problem is, I don't fucking care to execute, let alone sometimes start. I'm too afraid. And it's like, and then the doubt sets in. And that's what I'm so working on abolishing because it is the bane of my existence and going to be the end of, yeah. Anyways. I'm just trying to like calm myself down. I'm actually kind of tempted to literally like pray the rosary way, way more. Like, one thing I will say that I'll give myself credit for is earlier I got really stressed out and I felt like a wave of anxiety. And when I did, I wrote a little page in here being like, calm down. You're okay. You're not in a war zone right now. You're literally like at this place. Like, girl, what? And that calmed me down. And I'm glad I resulted to doing that. Sometimes when I get like that too, it hasn't been too often, but I should start doing it more. I'll like Hail Mary. But I do think praying the rosary, like, especially I notice when I pray the rosary earlier on in the day, I feel so much better the rest of the day overall, comparatively to pre-praying the rosary regularly, right? Life before then, couldn't imagine. Anyways, but I feel a lot better, so I want to start praying it earlier on in the day, and especially when I have breaks. I think there'll be some time after this that I'll be able to pray it, but I just want to do that so I can really just relax, because I have a lot of anxieties that I know if I really just gave myself, even like, and if you don't believe in prayer, the equivalent I would say to that is like meditating. You know, meditating is really good. A lot of people talk about that and getting your mind right and quieting your mind. And I feel like prayer in similar ways, and especially depending on how you approach it, can also very much be like that, especially like a prayer like the rosary, because on each decade after every 10 Hail Marys, you're supposed to be meditating on a mystery or event that happened in Jesus Christ's life. So it's something I'm also working on myself, because sometimes I do catch myself wandering in my thoughts of thinking about other things. But I'll still be saying the Hail Mary, but I'm like, my head's like elsewhere, which I feel like is kind of impressive in some sort of way, you know, just like being able to say it, but like your mind's in a totally different pace. However, whenever I do catch myself get going to those kinds of thoughts, I direct myself back to focusing on the mystery that I'm supposed to be meditating on for the rosary. Anyways, sorry, I always bring that up, but like seriously, it has legitimately been my secret weapon of literally helping me feel less mentally. So I'll take it. I'll take it any day. Like I like, and I've been making rosaries recently, and I use all the ones that I make, and that's all I can say about everything. Anyways, but I'm working on it. I'm glad I decided on a random Wednesday to just get everything together, because it's about time. It's about time, y'all.